What is up, guys? Logan from Geeks of the West. What is up? What is up? What is up? And today I want to talk about Black Ops 3, how I feel about it, specifically the multiplayer. I haven't got a chance to play the campaign yet. Yes, I spent 60 bucks on it, and this is on the PC. I got it on Steam, and I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, listen, I don't think Call of Duty is this amazing shooter experience. I mean, if it's your first Call of Duty game ever, you might enjoy it and think that it's really awesome. So I'm just gonna say this is coming from the perspectives of somebody who joined in at Call of Duty 4, but really actually started playing at Modern Warfare 2, fell in love with Modern Warfare 2, and then bought World at War. And I've played every Call of Duty game ever since, and I mastered Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Advanced Warfare. I've played every single Call of Duty game, even the older ones. Played every single one, even the World at War one on the PS2. There's those people that praise every single Call of Duty game that comes out, and then there are those people that say every single Call of Duty game sucks and is the same as the other one. But listen, let me just say that sequels are generally going to be the same thing as their predecessor. And the thing is when something changes so much, like the Resident Evil series, people tend to hate it for some reason. Like if you take out one specific character, like Resident Evil, for example, they took out zombies in Resident Evil 4, it pissed a lot of people off, and then they changed the gameplay and the survival horror aspect in Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. People fucking lose their mind. And look, I mean, I understand, like, because Resident Evil is supposed to be survival horror, but they changed the controls and then they made it survival horror in another aspect instead of zombies, and people freaked the fuck out. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand what it is. If something doesn't change, you freak the fuck out. If something does change, you freak the fuck out. It's like everybody wants to create their own Call of Duty game and make it the way they like it. Listen, that's not how life works. However, I'm not saying you can't dislike Call of Duty, because listen, I don't think Call of Duty is a great game by any means. I thought the Call of Duty stories were pretty decent, but the story gameplay wasn't all that great. I was okay with Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Um, those were the first campaigns I actually played. I was okay with those campaigns because, look, I wasn't used to that kind of campaign, and it was only those two games. But after that, it's like the same thing is being used over and over again in the campaign. At least, give us the multiplayer that we love, give us the story that we love, but make the gameplay fun. That's all that we ask. But now listen, I understand the criticisms that people have of the Call of Duty series. It does feel like it's the same thing over and over again. They just take the same engine. They might change the engine just a little bit, but for the most part, it is the same engine. It plays exactly the same way, just with some added features, different guns, maybe just a different little coat of paint on it with slightly better graphics. That's it. And the only thing is, look, this feels like every other Black Ops game. Just add in a boost jump and a slide and walking on walls. New guns, new paint, new map. Otherwise, same Call of Duty engine, same Call of Duty gameplay. And I do understand, like, why fix something that's not broken? But the thing is when you pump out a Call of Duty every single year, it gets repetitive and it gets boring. And you know why they're doing it is because people pay for it. It's a cash grab. That's what it is. That is exactly what Activision is doing. They just added in Sledgehammer Games to create Advanced Warfare to throw it off a little bit, and I guess now it'll be cool because we have three different developers. So instead of a 2 year cycle, or yeah, instead of a 2 year cycle, it'll be a 3 year cycle, which is good. Which is good because it gives them more time to fix bugs that are in the game, which I like. Which is why this game runs smoother than Black Ops, World at War, and Black Ops 2. So it has its benefit. And look, Call of Duty is a generic shooter. It doesn't offer anything brand new to the table. But that's the thing. How far can you really innovate in a military shooter? Especially an arcade military shooter. So that's the thing is I'm not on one end of the spectrum as opposed to the other. I'm not gonna say it sucks. I'm not gonna praise this game and say it's amazing. What I will say is this game online is fun. I enjoy playing it with my friends. I'm not very good at it, which is why I think it's fun because it's a challenge for me, and not everybody is good at it. If you're good at it, you might dislike it, or if you just suck at it, you also might dislike it because you're like, you know what, this game sucks. I can't, for some reason, I just can't win because, campers, blah, 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 and you start coming up with excuses and you hate it because of that. You allow a bad experience to decide how you feel about the game, which is fair. The multiplayer is nothing revolutionary, but then again, how revolutionary can you actually get with how many games we have nowadays and how many first-person shooter games? How can you make something revolutionary when you feel like every idea is already taken? And I know people are like, "Oh, well, with that attitude, you will never make anything revolutionary." Fine, whatever. I don't care. The thing is look, sometimes you run out of ideas. So there's nothing to me. I don't feel like there's anything that could really be revolutionary. What would you rather have a Battlefield engine being on a Call of Duty? On a Call of Duty map? Just take Battlefield gameplay, put it on a Call of Duty map? Is that what you want? That's what it feels like. Anyway, if I were to rate this on the meter that I would make up, listen, there was some lag on game day, but so far there hasn't been anything too crazy in lag. This is on the PC, mind you, so there's not very much lag. However, the interface, the interface is a bit confusing. It's hard to understand what's going on. So that's one negative about it. It's one negative. The guns, I haven't gotten into too much of the guns, but they seem really difficult to use. They seem really unpleasant. It doesn't seem like anything is really. I mean, I guess it seems balanced because, like, the weapons aren't super powerful, but some of the weapons are just impossible to aim with. So that's just one negative that I can think of. However, the gameplay is very, very smooth. Like I said, there's no lag. Really any lag, and I think I already said that once. The maps, I enjoy the maps because there's not a lot of places where there can actually be campers, and the jump, the boost and the slide kind of makes it difficult for campers to be successful. It makes it extremely difficult for campers to be successful. And then on top of that, the perks. The perks just don't seem very useful, in my honest opinion. They seem like they're not really doing anything. But on the flip side, it's cool because the perks don't make you overpowered. So I'm gonna give that half a point. I think it's gonna be a 4 point. It's gonna be a 2.5. No, this a 3.5. I don't know, 2.7, 2.7 out of 5. It's not amazing. It doesn't suck, but it's a good game nonetheless. It's fun. I wouldn't. As far as the multiplayer goes, you might enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it, but it's just not anything revolutionary. That's the only problem that I really have with it, and it's the same thing, which you expect from a Call of Duty game. Anyway, this is Geeks of the West signing out. Have a good one.